Welcome back to our Dominate Your Dynasty series. Here we are for our year 2 recruiting. So only thing we did so far is give ourselves all force wins. Obviously you'd be playing the game in your own dynasty. We're just showing you recruiting and how to upgrade your coach. So definitely for your main guys here. These first two are both the elite dev guys we found. We're to go super heavy after those guys. Then we're spending 50 hours. Then get to these Kentucky guys. So you want them to visit as soon as possible. You can lock them down really fast. You can be a little lenient on the guys that don't have any other offers. I'd say you want to be in the top 8 first. This guy, we still want him to visit soon though. Yeah, especially at the first week, you just don't really know who is actually going for someone who's not. We're gonna chill out on these 3 stars that we're gonna let them. And Texas State's going pretty heavy after this guy, so yeah, anyone in the offer in the top 8, you're definitely gonna want to put 50 in just to jump in. Let those 3 stars relax. Obviously, any 5-star you're gonna want to go after heavy as well. Kind of doing an analysis on who you think you can get. I mean, honestly, this Michigan guy, we're probably not going to get him because Michigan's going after him with a 5-star pipeline. Some of these guys you might just want to let go. Like if you're in a Georgia pipeline, good luck. Yeah, I think we'll take our chances with how we have it set up. We're just gonna let, because we're in his top 8. You're kind of going step by step. Okay, you're in first place. You're in his top 8. 3 stars, you don't have to worry about as much. I think I'm gonna skip out on that guy. It's a big battle, but I think we have a shot at that. Yeah, we're probably just gonna fall off a lot of these guys' boards, but that's okay, we adapt. Good, we're in this guy's top 5. Alabama's going after him really hard though, so it's probably not gonna work out. Okay, this one we actually have a really good shot at, because Arizona State is the only one going after him. They're just doing a little bit. We're gonna be first place on this guy's board. All right, Auburn's not really going after this guy. We should have him too. See, Kentucky's kind of going after him, but not really. Definitely take. If you're the only guy in the top 8 with a scholarship, you definitely relax off that. This guy's a 3-star, like we're not 2. You don't have to use too many hours on these 3 stars. Yeah, we snuck in some top 8s here. It's always good. You want to keep your foot on the pedal though until you're first place. If you really need someone, you can jump off, but our Florida guys. And if there's like 6 scholarships, you definitely want to get higher up on the board as well, because you don't want to get locked out of the top 5. Like I usually suggest you to put more scholarships out, but it's kind of how it's working out. Say we're gonna wait at least one more week before we give out extra scholarships. Recruiting is like it's like a feel thing. I mean, you kind of get used to it. And then once you put in like more reps and stuff. Championship contender went down without even playing a game. We're looking good for this guy, even though we don't even have a pipeline for him. This guy we can relax on also. Especially with, like on these 3 stars where we have better pipelines, and like Texas State is kind of trolling. They're kind of going heavy after this guy. I don't want to put 50 to him though. Yeah, okay, this guy's already in his top 5. See, some of these you can kind of just let these other teams get them into the top 5, and as long as they don't get too big of a lead, can really I've never seen it look like that. Every single game, so many different opportunities for visits. So yeah, once you're in the first place, you can kind of relax, but if the other teams have better pipelines, you don't want to relax too much, because they can easily catch up to you. We're just trying to get as many guys on our board as possible right now. But yeah, it's a lot of like reshuffling hours. So there's so many guys on some of these recruits we don't want to take our hours off. I could find some guys in our pipelines that haven't really had any offers yet. Let's just do it this way. Here we go, this Michigan running back. Or even like one offer is not like a bad to go for. We can handle one offer, even for our smaller pipelines. Yeah, like there's no one. This guy's still 0, so all you have to do is put a scholarship to him. And this guy, since we're not in his top 8, you're going to want to put 52. We only have to do a scholarship. Now, it did say this guy's ready for a visit, but we don't really have anyone else ready for a visit, so I'm going to go with a week 4 visit. I just put our hours back on these guys, probably these top guys. Got a big lead on them, but doesn't mean you want to stop and do all these. Sort our board by national rank, so we make sure we're going after these best players extra heavy. Like I said, you want to kind of mostly stick to guys with a lot of offers, though. They only have like 1 or 2 offers. You can be more lenient. one thing we are going to do, though, since our games are about to start, we need to upgrade our coach a little bit more, too. Because we want to get him back to a tactician. So I usually do lineman. I think we're going to need to get one more, I'm guessing. Yeah. Alright, so now if you look in the bottom left, tactician is his active perk again. So this is going to give us extra XP for games. It's good. We didn't get locked down on anybody. Beat Ohio State. Guess I should. One thing I will do is I'll go a little bit further into this guy's ready for visit. Alright. So now if you look, you see this Georgia Tech. It's not a great visit because they're a lower tier opponent. But West Virginia, they're a rivalry. Even though a lower tier opponent, we're getting two influence boosts. Same with Memphis. Let's even say Notre Dame's a list. See, some of these seem glitched though. This was a lot where I'm like, okay, I put a 5-star on my schedule, and yet they're saying they're a lower tier opponents. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, so you preferably want a team to be at least the same tier as you. But you do see like these rivalry games. If you lose them, you might even go negative for this visit on a recruit if you lose a game against a rival. So it's not great, but it's just what happens sometimes. That's why I'd suggest you really need to win visit weeks. It's very important to win visit weeks. Because, I mean, even if you lose a visit week, the visit's not even going to do much either. Yeah, that's a weird thing too. It's like even though we're independent, we still have conference prestige. I mean, you could make it so if you're the only independent, you could have an A+ conference prestige as well. If you want to kind of keep furthering the cheese. Is that the only one? So yeah, so it's aspirational goals. We're still looking good. I mean, we're keeping up with the 5-star pipeline's decent. Another way to is if you like how like the current top 8 or top 5 is, that'd be another reason. You put 50 hours to lock it up like this one. We definitely want to lock this up because there is, with Kentucky not in here, we have the best pipeline. Like we're gonna win this. Like 9 times out of 10 unless we fall asleep. Yeah, we're doing pretty well on all these recruits. We're not really falling out. Be careful about Michigan here. And we definitely need to switch. With this 50, they're not really going for him super heavy. Tennessee and now South Carolina's even jumping in. That's good. A few teams off championship contender. Okay, we caught up with Duke, so we can relax on this guy. Still have not jumped in the top 8, so we're probably gonna get locked out of that. Schools have good pipelines. 25 and 10. Now, I always like to put like a weird amount of hours on, because sometimes you'll miss it. I put 40 hours on, I'm like, oh, I thought I had a hard sell on, and I didn't. Alright, sorry, UC. Yeah, we're doing good. We're still not falling off anyone's board yet. But it's kind of scary too. That means there might be some bad guys snuck in here. Alright, we got lucky. We know it's another reason to put a lot of hours. You're more likely to know their best pitch right away. See, that's not good. We need this week to go really well. We need the visit to go really well, but Miami's probably still going to get him, no matter what we do. I prioritize visits over normal hours as well. I think that's the only pitch it can be for proximate home in conference. I think week 5 is the sweet spot for visits. Take some of these hours off. Then we put a 10 on someone too. So sell the house is a lot better than having just 50 random hours on one guy. You really don't have to. I mean, I'd go through it more, like each week, if I'm not in the top, like a top 8 in these guys, but we're trying to get through it a little faster, so you don't need to go through everything. You might miss a thing or two if you're going fast like this, but as long as you're not in your online dynasty, I think it's okay. Let's see if we get locked out. Yeah, I figured that guy would go to Miami. It seemed like that's what was gonna happen. Just tough, not much we can do. They just have a way better pipeline than us. Oh, there we go. Now we have a ton of guys in our top 5. Should I go ready for visit? Now this guy's really important. That's why I sort of like the most important players on the top of our board. Definitely. Do we not have another quarterback? That's unfortunate. You're just gonna focus on getting as many complimentary visits as you can. You can even schedule a visit like a week or 2 in advance. Just don't go too crazy with it. Pro potential one is rough. That's a hard grade to get up. I think we cleaned out some more hours so we can. You always want to go to hard sell right away, like unless you're in a school with very bad grades. And I've shown you ways to manipulate the grades though too. So you should really never have a ton of bad grades, in, unless you're just not doing anything, unless you can't move conference or anything, and you're losing games. But if you're losing games, your grades are going to be bad either way. Your recruiting is just going to be tough. I'm surprised. We've got a clean 50 hours, so I'm not going to put it onto a new player yet. Actually, wait, we might have. I think we can schedule these guys' visits. See, now this is where you're getting a little far. I think we're week 5, so you're doing a week 8 visit. It's a little far. Definitely want to visit over Tennessee on both of these. Alright, now we only have 20 hours left now. See, when I said it was a full 50, I'd put it on a player, but 20, your best, if you have no more business to schedule, your best could be able to give someone a scholarship and give someone like 15 hours. I mean, you see there's still a ton of guys with 0 offers. There's just always players like that. We're not in his top 8, so we'll just give him the full 15. There we go, we got a first recruit. Beat out Florida, that's not bad. Oh, Memphis 6-0. Alright. Your goal is always to sign guys as fast as possible because you're just opening up hours to put the other guys. Put this guy in a visit here. Doesn't have a complimentary visit, but no other team's really going for him. Actually, maybe that means. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put this guy in a visit because there are teams fighting for him. And otherwise, we'd have to wait. You gotta wait till like week 9 to schedule a visit for these guys, which I'm not. So these two guys, I'm gonna wait because we're getting kind of far out, and we don't have complimentary visits scheduled out that far. So it's not really worth. It's not really worth giving them a visit yet. Want to go and make sure all your guys are on their proper pitch, because sometimes if you go through it fast, you miss one. Since there's no other scholarships, guys, if we were struggling for hours, you could put him on a soft sell. we're pretty good, so hard sell it is. We got a lot of hours to work with. This one I usually just put 50 on guys. You could also scout more players if you really wanted to. When you got that many extra hours. I think we're pretty comfortable with the guys we got on our board. They might not all be great, but it's fine. Let's see. Alright, we're still not in this guy's top 8. So those hours we took off him, put them right back on. I haven't been paying attention to actually. No. Yeah, my coach level. You see, it's up to 30. It's going slower. We're still. I don't know why it doesn't show the boosts in the offline dynasty. Because we're getting boosts each one of these visits. Alabama snuck one off us. That's another normal year. You're not gonna be able to do anything. We're a 4-star school now, but our pipelines just don't really compete with Alabama. What you can do there? You know, our coach is up to 31 now. I think Dan was this one of our good ones too. Of course, the elite dev guy goes Alabama. Is that on our visit week too? I don't know. It was a little bit after. There's nothing we could do about that. Unfortunate, but it happens. Apparently, I went crazy with the centers. Put him on the week 9 visit. I'm getting close to where I'm like, I might just put this guy in a visit either way. Yeah, we're gonna put this guy in a week 8 visit. It's better to have guys in the spots for the visits than just leave them open. That's how you're gonna get the XP for your coach. Alright, we're gonna find another 4-star with no offers. Now the one thing about like doing these no offer guys is that you do have a good chance of them just being bad. A lot of these guys are just going to be normal traits unless they have a playing style or a championship contender deal breaker, then they're more likely to be good. Still no one's offered that guy. Let's see, make sure our top 5 guys, make sure they're all good. Proper pitches. See, there you go. That's why you do it. This guy was not Star Search. That'll lose your recruits if you're not paying attention. It's such an easy thing to look at and check. And like this guy, we're gonna have extra hours too. Yeah, we don't have quite enough. We only have 40 hours. We don't have enough to get to the 50 to send the house for one of those guys. But yeah, the goal this year is to get a top 5 class. We're a 4-star. You're a 4-star, you can get a top 5 class. Especially we're doing pretty good signing guys from all over. Another thing you can do too, you can upgrade. Of course, you can upgrade these guys during the season. I expect Barnett at the beginning, some decent. Yeah, look, he's a lot different from last year. So you turn that manual progression ability off, a lot better. This is going to give us a little boost to our quarterback recruits as well. Yeah, so yeah, you can just keep doing this throughout the year. Yeah, most of our receivers aren't doing. It's your quarterback's going to be the main one that gets points. Most of your other players they're going to struggle unless you're playing the games and getting guys like a ton of sacks. That's what we like to see. Sometimes you'll just get lucky with the complimentary visits. So, see, Florida's coming in. Yeah, you need to get a guy on a visit instantly. And you see a big school coming in, they're about a hard sell and go crazy. These computer teams don't know how to act. They don't know how to act when they recruit. They start going crazy. I'm not feeling confident. If Michigan wanted this guy, they could have him because we don't have a great. They have a way better pipeline, and our pitch isn't great either. Same with this guy. That guy's probably going to Tennessee. Like any C grade or less is gonna like really mess up your pitch. It's still worth using if you have like an A grade on there, but the effectiveness goes down a lot. Oh, there we go, I missed. Got the wrong pitch on this guy again. Like, see, it's opening the door. When you have the wrong pitch, it's opening the door for these other teams. That's why it's generally best to do the two soft sells, then do it. But risk reward. Do what you see fit. See, all these 3-stars are starting to creep up on their boards. Oh, look. Texas State, no longer a championship contender. Don't have to worry about them. Wisconsin's starting to go for him. Okay. I see you, Wisconsin. I got you. Alright, we're in this guy's top A. You don't have to worry about it. Now we can go back to cruise mode. This guy that we could not get in his top 8 for whatever reason. But it's actually, I'm gonna drop it down to 25. Let's see. We need to get a lead on Indiana here. Definitely gonna have a good O-line. I feel like O-line it's very easy to develop O-line and usually recruit them as well. Especially once your team starts getting crazy, like, I can start getting like 4 or 5 right tackles in a year. Your team really gets like that. I really need this elite dev receiver to sign. Teams are trying to make a comeback on us. Yeah, we don't have any really complimentary visits ready, but see, look, you gotta be careful. Especially now that Indiana, they don't really have a shot. They're kind of wasting their hours, but all it takes is one good visit. Okay, to the house is the only one. See if we were more patient, we could have got a better visit grade on him. See, I told you, look at Michigan. Even without a visit, they're probably going to steal this guy off of us. Alright, we even had our visit. And we're still probably going to lose this one to Tennessee. That pro potential grade's really killing us. We should get this guy off Florida, but there's no guarantees. We should get this guy off Notre Dame, but that's still looking kind of sketchy. It's never easy as one of these mid-level schools, at least not the first 2 years. First 2 years of recruiting are just rough. Got all these sneaky schools they're trying to get on the action. Ooh, see, this one was almost sketchy. Like how we're barely sneaking in. So I want to send the house to make sure. Cocoa hops. Let's see, that's something I didn't even think about. It's a lot easier to win Independent Player of the Week. What the, yeah, wait, we gotta see the stats from that game. What the fuck? What were you doing, Barnett? I mean, against... That can not happen yet. I mean, who on UCLA's defense is holding you to 100? See, this is why you gotta be careful about like what your playbook is too during sims. What the fuck happened where you threw 18 times and got 8 completions? Better be playing an absolute snow game. That's ridiculous. I guess that's a little tip I can include in there. Yeah, so you like Ohio State, Clemson, Duke, those ones. always seem to be good for me in simulation games. See, this is the guy I forgot that there's just 25 hours on just randomly in the middle. That could have been 50 hours, or us in the house for somebody, or a visit. See, we're in a battle for USC over this guy. No one's ready for a visit. It's not great. That guy should sign next week. Yeah, Michigan's it's probably going to go into a recruiting battle, and then they're going to win off of their visit. We need to get these guys signed so we can get hours on these other guys, these mid-level guys. Oh, Barnett, I need you to throw for 200 yards. There we go. We finally got that elite dev receiver. Not a bad week. Finally, week what, 8 or is this 9? That's where the magic happens. It's week 10. Or I guess it was starting like week 11. It finally broke through. All these running backs. We don't want to do this guy just because they have. He was the one that had the most, like, the highest pipeline against him. Do this one for week 13. Still battling it out with SMU over this guy. So Louisville does not have a real advantage in Kentucky. Like a small advantage. That guy's not looking good. Clemson could easily take him off us. See, I told you. Recruiting battle with Michigan, and they're going to win as soon as they get that visit, if not before. Guess on this guy. We have a ton of hours. Oh, I didn't even see the Tennessee stole one off us. Not surprising though. That was another one where I was like, it just looks like he's creeping up every week. rest of the guys on our board are all 3-star, so I'm really not trying to put 50 hours to them. So this is where you'd probably want to start scouting more. And we're locked out of every other recruit but this middle linebacker. Go to not fully scouted. We start with the quarterbacks and the receivers. I doubt our coach has unlocked any new ones. But maybe we're lucky. Nope. He has not touched that. It's probably because usually these higher level coaches though they don't upgrade much. They're kind of are what they are. Man, might as well fully scout this guy. It's kind of painful though, so I haven't bought any of the scouting packages yet. Speed, pretty meh. Probably normal trait. Ooh, and this guy is bust. I mean, I don't care about bust as much as like last year. Like it's not as big of a deal, but it's still. If you got the hours to find new guys, it's kind of like a why. Why would you mess with that guy? Michigan stole that guy. Not really a surprise. Perfect. Guy, we can't put him on a visit, but he should be fine. Oh, this guy locked us out too. Now there's only 3 stars left. So this is where you're probably going to want to go and scout some QBs. Athletic quarterbacks always have a decent shot of being good. Did scout one already. But one thing to look at is look at their playing time. Meh, we don't need 86. Throw power. I wish there was a better way to sort this board as well, or have like a second like scouting board. Yeah, neither one of these guys is probably good either. Yeah, let's make sure our top 5's good. Should sign that guy. It's the one we guessed on. we might have messed up going with too many going for too many 3-stars early on. So I just ended up I had them all on the board and I ended up ignoring them anyways. That's what you should do with 3-stars. They're meant to be ignored. But part of the problem is that we've not found many star traits at all. We've scouted a decent amount of guys and have not found anything worthwhile. Is that the guy? Oh no, we haven't done this guy yet. Man, I mean, like, this is incredible. It's like everybody we scout is just trash. Pretty annoying. Should just do athletes. What athlete is available? We're just gonna put on board. I'm tired of scouting all these players that are just not good. And they're 3-stars anyways. So well. Let's see how we looking. Well, no busts at least. That's good. But yeah, after all the 4-stars are signed, you can kind of do what you want with your hours. These aren't, you might be able to find like a really good 3-star, but the chances are they're not super likely. Another good week. We got a ton of hours. Just keep scouting. That's faster. How does it let me scout so fast? It never does that. It's timing or something. Alright, let's make sure we got all the guys on like the proper pitches. Make sure I didn't waste a bunch of my hours. It's never good to see a bust. How we looking 3-stars? Yeah, like we're looking pretty good at getting all these guys, and even this guy, I don't mind. If we lost out on him, that would be fine. I'm not worried if we lose out on a bust. Something about this game, like when you go into a party chat in this game, and like freezes the game. Oh, see this? The guy in Tech State was going for it. He's a gem. See, another gem. See, these guys when they're gems, it makes me a little bit I know they at least have an impact trait. Let's see, here's a guy we're gonna lose out on Clemson because of pipeline. I'll put 50 to this guy to make sure we at least have a chance to scout him. I'll put 10 on my recent gems. Coach went up to level 33. It's not as fun as the first year, but that's still a lot of levels. Went from like 26 to 33, and we haven't really even we didn't even play a ton of we haven't even went through the playoffs yet. That's what I should say. Oh, that is part of the problem though. Since he is a program builder instead of a strategist, you're just gonna go up slower. Even if he was a tactician, he'd go up faster than program builder. Programmer builder is probably the worst for XP, but it's got some of the best abilities, so it's kind of a cutoff there. Or I should say a trade-off, not a cutoff. I don't know, we did get on that guy's board. We're gonna do the same thing, because we're kind of being lazy about it. But if you're gonna be lazy about something, 3 stars is a good thing to be lazy about. 3 stars are not gonna make or break your team at all. See, I was going slower this time. I had like a perfect rhythm last time. Yeah, especially when you're down at 3 stars, you want to be very picky about who you let on your roster. It's a 3-star. You're just taking away potential spots for portal guys. I mean, you really want to be picky about everyone, but like, yeah, like this 75 throw power. No fucking chance are you on my roster, bud. Get out of here. So that's the kind of throw power I'd expect on a gadget receiver, and he's got it as a straight up quarterback. Oh, Texas State, you bastards. They're trying to climb back in. I don't know if I really want this guy anymore, but we're just going to keep going with it. I think it's partly my brain's trading from last year that's like, oh, bust is terrible. Because the bust last year were like guaranteed to be normal, and they wouldn't progress well at all. You can still get normal guys to progress this year. Yeah, I think I said it before, but yeah, general rule, if a guy is available late, he's not good. Because the computer knows who all the star and elite dev traits are. So if they're not going for someone, it means they're probably bad. wish they had a way to make it more organic because the computer doesn't even scout. It's really silly how the computer does it. And they put like nonsensical amount of hours to guys. They put like 25 plus 10. So I'll just have 35 hours on it. Because I've had it. There was a league last year that was glitched that I was in that wouldn't let me scout. Like it would thought it was still a computer team, so it'd come in and change all the hours I'd put on, and there's no way to fix it. So it was annoying. I just stayed in the league. It looks like Ole Miss is gonna somehow beat us out without a pipeline. I guess it's the playing style. See, this is why I like these athletic thumper linebackers. He's got 86 speed. He's got good strength. His zone's not terrible. And they're all like this. And this guy's probably just a normal tray one. If you find like a star athletic thumper, and you can get them as 5 stars or 4 stars, like they can be really, really outrageous. Gotta be careful though if you don't want to sign these 3 stars, because if you put 50 to them, they might sign in the off season without you really having a shot or a say against it. So, oh yeah, it is weird that we don't have a game in conference championships. That's the thing I don't like about it. That's why I don't. That's another reason I don't usually do the independent thing. Bunch of guys got stolen last second. Interesting. Georgia receiver with 111 receptions. That's impossible. Damn. Straight head coach of Alabama. Marcus Freeman going to NC State. There's some weird ones. I want to see. So he got fired as. I feel like Freeman gets fired a lot in this or it goes to NFL. But yeah, the main ones we're looking for were if Dabo moves or Kirby Smart moves. Which is weird. Dabo is not even on this list of guys that might go to Alabama. They're all head coach offers. It's interesting. We'll take a quick look at our signing day. How did this work out for us? Impact. Oh man. Oh, this is a bad class. Okay, that's not bad. Got some decent That is a lot of impact to normal, though. I don't mind it. I don't mind that they stole those guys off of no. Seen that. Oh man, that's a bad glass. But we're still got a lot. We don't have strategists on our own coach. I mean, we did good with getting 5 stars and 4 stars. And we're good to get a top 5 class. But yeah, those traits are pretty rough. Alright. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you later.